Morning, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday so far. I wanted to take just a few minutes and come to you via video and just give you a few reminders and some things to think about as you're heading throughout this first week of class. One of the things that you'll take note of is that I will be doing videos like this every so often. I try to do them every week at the top of every week, work week, so that you all will kind of have a really good chance to hear from me and hear what's coming up throughout the week, and also if there's any feedback that I want to give you as a class, I can do so via videos. So I will typically come to you in this form every week, although I will be honest, it may not be every week, depending on what I have going on in my work schedule. So what I want to start out with is just giving you a few high points that will be useful to you as you start this class. The first being, as you all are aware, because you signed up for an 8-week class, this is an 8-week class, meaning that it is compressed. So what would normally be done in a 15 to 16-week semester is done in 8. Now, I say that not to scare you in the slightest. I mentioned this in my introduction announcement to the course. I just like for everyone to really be aware of what this class entails. If you've taken a look at the syllabus, you've looked at the course calendar, you see that there is a good bit of work that lies ahead of you. However, I can tell you that I've taught this class several times. I think this is my 5th time teaching this class. And in all the time that I've taught this class, students can do very well. In fact, most of my students do very well in a class like this. But it is very possible to get behind. So what I would suggest for you to do is make sure to stay on top of things in the course by looking for announcements, written announcements from me, looking for videos like this one. Make sure to go to your course calendar. Of course, that's located on the right-hand side of the course homepage. Every single due date for everything in this class, including some other eCore related information such as the add date, the drop date, the last date to withdraw, things like that are all located in the course calendar. So I would encourage you to refer to that regularly. And also, and I mentioned this in my email to all of you, I would encourage you, if you do not keep an actual planner and kind of planning out what needs to be done when, I would encourage you to think about that for this class. Again, because it is an 8-week class and there is so much that needs to be covered, having something like that can really benefit you as you move throughout this course. Also, I really do want to impress upon you all to please reach out to me if you need something. Again, this is an 8-week class. There's a lot of things that are going to be moving here and there throughout the course of our time together. So if there is something you need, if you need more time on an assignment, if you have had some kind of a personal emergency come up and you need a little bit more time on something, reach out to me. Reach out to me as soon as you possibly can. That way I know what's going on. I am willing to work with you 100%, but I absolutely need to know, not in super great detail, but I do need to know if something is going on so that I can work with you to work out an alternate timeline by which you can get things completed for the class. I recognize that life happens. We're all humans. There are things that come up, but just make sure to keep me in the loop and I'll be able to work with you as much as I possibly can. Okay, so those are just some things to keep in mind as you get started with the class. Now I want to move on to some things that are going to be due coming up soon. So your tasks this week are your mandatory attendance quiz. That's something that's required by eCore. You need to complete that and the introduction post. And you need to reply to 2 classmates for that particular post. That all is due by this Friday, the 31st at noon. That is the participation deadline for this class. So again, the mandatory attendance quiz and the introduction post, and 2 replies within that particular discussion board to your classmates. All that's due by this Friday at noon. The mandatory attendance quiz, you will get credit for taking it. And for the introduction post, what I'm doing for that, this is typically my pattern for this class, I go through, and if you do your initial post and you do your 2 replies, you get a 100 for that assignment. You'll get full credit. But what I will do is I will go through and I will actually give you comments and give you comments related to content, how you address the post, how you address your classmates, and also give you some comments related to mechanics and grammar and things like that. So what I will do is I will go through, and you'll see a rubric that will be associated with the discussion board. I'll go through and mark the rubric, so you'll see what your grade would have been had I graded it according to the rubric, but of course you will still end up getting full credit for that. Basically, I like to use the introduction post as a diagnostic to kind of see where your writing is, and that allows me to cultivate a list of things that you all might need as a class related to grammar concerns, things like that, that I can then give you those resources in our course, and you can refer to them regularly as a class. You'll have all of that available to you. So make sure to keep that in mind. And then, of course, the next thing that will be due is the plagiarism quiz and post. That is going to be due on the 3rd. So just make sure to refer to your course calendar for that. That's all I have for you right now. Also keep in mind, as one final note, you all probably noted in the syllabus that I have office hours throughout the semester. I'll have throughout the entire course, I'll be available to you on Wednesdays from 10 to 12. That will be my standard office hours unless something needs to change, and if I do have to change up those hours, I will let you know in advance and give you the alternate office hours. I shouldn't have to change it up too often, but sometimes things do happen and I need to alter those hours slightly. So do keep in mind that I'll be available from 10 to 12 today should you need anything. And of course, I do pop in and out throughout the course during other days of the week. And again, if you need anything, please email me. Let me know. I'll be happy to help you out with anything that you need. Look forward to working with you all throughout the semester. I look forward to seeing your posts in the coming days. Hope you guys have a great one.